I hope this can be heard. I don't want to sit like this the whole time, so I want to sit like this. Um, we just made it back. I could, I guess, put it here with me. We just made it back to Sivagili, and I don't really have anything to say, but a lot's happened this week, and I'm feeling really tired, and so I thought I could use this time. I think like one of the hard things about video journaling is, what is inspiration? When do I feel inspired to video journal? I think when I'm lonely, I'm not inspired to video journal ever, but every time after I video journal, I feel better. There's been very few times where after I do it, I'm like, whoa, I feel worse. And it's like a pretty consistent feel good feeling. Um, and so when I'm lonely, I think that's when it like helps the most. Right, feeling heard, I feel like that entire feeling of like, oh my God, I'm so alone is just gone. Another time I feel like it's very useful is because it's not like usually a lot happens and then I'm like, oh, I want to go video journal. Because if that was the case, I would be video journaling every day. But so I don't feel good simply just like being like all of this happened because it's like what's the point? And I think that's something I'm learning a bit more on this trip, especially towards the later end. The external journey can be infinite. You can go to a million places, you can see a million things, you can see a million mountains. But the internal experience of novelty is pretty similar. And so simply just explaining, oh, all of these things are happening is not as insightful for the inner journey as like explaining what it is that's going inside through those processes. And so to like make this whole process kind of something that's impactful to me, it's important that it's like timed right. Like, ow, I got these new shoes and then they like mess my toe up because I think it's too tight. And that's, I guess, the problem of the grass is greener. I had these shoes that I was wearing this whole time. And they were doing great for me. They were like these little shoes from Walmart's that you like had to like strap on all sides. It was clunky, not look good looking, but was so comfortable and just got me through so many hikes. I hiked Mudumale, what? I hiked that mountain with that. I traveled all over with that. And then I got these new leather shoes because they were pretty cheap and they look good, and I got rid of those old ones. One, I feel terrible that I didn't do enough justice of like really thanking them before. I said thank you very quickly because we were hopping into the car before I, left them. But I didn't get to actually, have like a whole process for them, which is terrible. Those really, I felt really bad for like 10 minutes as we were going, and I was like, I want to say something and be like, I need to go back and, I don't know, memorialize those shoes, but I didn't. And so I shifted, thinking grass was greener, and it cut my foot. It's kind of like a reminder from the old shoe, being like, look, when you have something that's good for you, don't switch because you found something better. It was working fine. It was working well, not just fine. It was doing such a good job. There's no need for a new one. There's no need for an improvement. It was doing all that it needed to do. So I messed up there, and I guess this cut is a reminder of that. Stings a bit, but should go away when I shower. I need to fix the shoe a bit because I gotta walk with these now. So, but I want to give it time. Not be too harsh to these shoes either. Yeah, and so we had a drive from Bangalore today. It was supposed to be 4, but we left around 11 or 10:15 and only got here at 7:30 or 7:15. We're about to sleep. It's 8:57. I'm excited. I had such a good time with Yadu and Vikram and the people I met over there. Priya, Auntie, and Aditya. I had that one kind of traumatic experience, which like I could explain, but I already explained it to Umar because we were playing Civ, and then I know I want to and need to explain it to Mylan. So I'm like, damn, if I say it now, then it's gonna be my third time repeating it, and I hate doing that. So I'm like, do I really want to repeat a story 3 times? But it was a really like impactful moment that like I often don't feel. I feel like when I think about moments that like were deeply like I'm gonna use the word traumatic to define an experience that where everything around you just disappears and you're in that present and you're like facing that fear that you're dealing with. And it all comes down like bubbles, this surrounds in like it kind of collapses into you and you're so present because it's an intense experience. That's how I define traumatic. I would say that Arden experience was 100% like that. I would say that driving up that mountain when I, with the really terrible driver was like that. I mean, I'm just thinking of as of late, like deeply fearful. And then this moment that happened in Bangalore, and then that other moment. Yeah, but I would say these four in the last year. Wow, dude, it's been about a year since the Arden thing. I think it happened in November as of last year. No, I turned on the wrong one now.